It's not. All right, hold on. It, that one's still going though, right? We'll just have to post it later. Is it trying again?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, having a little problem with the internet, folks. All right, you ready to go?
Sure.
All right.
You gonna just do it without it?
Hey, everybody, this is Gary Moore with Journey More Often and Tipsy Tagalongs, and I have with me a special guest to officiate the moment. You are?
My name is Sarah Casson, and I'm an official adjudicator with Guinness World Records.
Official adjudicator. Yeah, and so if you're seeing this, we've posted it up online because social media did not cooperate, unfortunately. All right, so the official adjudicator, which means you make sure it's all done correctly.
Exactly. I'm basically a judge for Guinness World Records, so every one of our records has official guidelines. So I'll be here making sure that all of the guidelines are followed, and then most crucially, getting an accurate count. So today I'm here to officiate the record for the most people sabering champagne or sparkling wine bottles simultaneously. And the current record is 487 people, and it was achieved in Mendrisio, Switzerland in September of 2015. So it hasn't been broken in more than 10 years.
It's still a young record.
Yeah, relatively. I think it was broken a few times before then, but no one's broken it in 11 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Have they tried? Just curious.
I'm not sure if there's been other attempts, but no one's been able to
nobody
get enough people,
successfully
enough
did it.
sabers, enough bottles of champagne to do it.
Well, these guys are definitely aggressive when it comes to getting enough sabers and bottles of wine. I've been having conversations with them over the past couple of weeks, and they're like, yeah, we've got this coming in on Tuesday and this coming in on Thursday, and I'm like, all right, we're going to be ready.
Yeah.
And these guys are definitely ready. I can tell you
Everyone's
that.
going to have a kit, not only a saber, but also gloves and goggles for safety, and saber the bottles together.
I feel like the goggles are only if you accidentally point it towards yourself, and
Would not be ideal.
yeah, because you're supposed to hold it. You're
Not
supposed to
facing
hold it.
towards you.
Yeah. So we in another podcast we told them it goes up the blue. So you hold it like this away from yourself, and then you saber. But I think the goggles are probably just. They're there. I mean,
safe.
it's because I did mine without goggles. I shouldn't say that, but I did mine without goggles, and I was fine. It kind of like shot off in the distance.
Wow.
Yeah, it went pretty far.
Nice.
So when you say simultaneously, is that like is there?
So it's a 10-second window according
Okay.
to the official guidelines. So anyone who can't get it together and saber it within the 10 seconds would be disqualified from the final total.
Okay, and this seems to be.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, occasionally those stands just because that's a heavy mic, by the way. So occasionally they'll do that. Anyway, so all right, it's within a 10-second window.
Yes.
All right, so we're so if somebody like does this and it misses, I mean, it's possible.
Yep.
I mean, the whole point is not to chop it off like they do in the movies because that's just dumb. The point is to saber it off smooth, and it's easy. I don't know if have you ever done it?
I've never done it.
Ooh, you should do that. we should get her to do one of the bottles later on. But yeah, it's actually not as hard as it sounds.
Okay.
You just move the saber up the bottle, and it just.
I heard the champagne has to be very cold for it to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that increases the pressure inside the bottle, and once you hit the lip that's there, that holds the cap on, once you hit that lip, then the pressure does the rest of it. So you're really only breaking like a little teeny bit of it, and then the bottle does the rest, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you can drink that afterwards.
Yes, that is one of the rules. Is that to avoid any food or drink waste, people should consume it afterwards.
darn. Blueberry sparkling. So that double darn for that, right? Because it does have a really nice flavor of blueberry in it. So, but you have to consume it afterwards. And it's safe to consume because the pressure blows all the glass away from
Okay.
the bottle. So
Great.
that's what makes it. Or you can run it through a cheesecloth if you want, but I don't think that it's actually a requirement one way or the other. We've got some, and what you can't see off stage is that we've got people coming in that are volunteers that are going to be yours.
Yeah, they're
So-
going to help count and be stewards for the record attempt. So
Right.
groups of up to 100 people will be observed by independent stewards.
And some of what you're doing can be verified on video as well.
Yeah. One part of their role is going to be going down the line after the 10-second period and making sure all of the bottles have the cork and the glass ring removed. And if they haven't within the 10-second period, they'll be disqualified.
Oh,
I know.
that would be sad. But there's going to be that one person out there that feels sorry for the bottle. Or they want to keep it to drink later on and open it, right? There's going to be that one person, seriously. But, that's why you have more than the
Yes.
previous record
Yes.
going out there. I think they were shooting for 600. And if they get 600, then I think they'll be fine as far as having
Current record
having
is
enough people.
487.
Yeah, so 487. That's still a lot of people.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of people. And typically on a Saturday, they'll have 1,000 people here.
Oh, really?
So I think having over 500 is probably not going to be that much of an issue. But we're waiting. We did actually. We met a couple of people a couple of weeks ago and said, "You got to come out and do it." And then we just saw them downstairs before we started the podcast. We saw them, and they were like, "Yeah, we came to Saber."
Yeah, it's a super fun record attempt.
Yeah. So, and that's the whole thing, right? So, if you're doing the Saber thing, because there's a lot of records that the normal person just can't.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of records that you can't do. Like, I'll never be the tallest man. That's just
True.
not going to happen.
If you wanted to try a record related to sabering, I did see one, the most champagne bottles sabered in 1 minute. 68
That's it. That's it.
in a minute.
Wow. Is it
I
hard?
thought that was a lot.
That is a lot of champagne bottles, but on the other hand,
Think you could break it?
I don't know. I'd have to do my best James Bond,
Pretty quick.
because
More than one a second.
That's pretty wild. Okay. All right, so that's one that we could well, champagne though, or we'd have to order it from France because champagne's only.
It can be champagne or sparkling wine.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then does this record actually work then?
This
for
one
that,
can
for
be
the
champagne or
one?
sparkling wine too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, wow. But you have to be specific in the application, right?
Yes. It has to be a commercially
just can't
available type of sparkling
Yeah,
wine. So
yeah.
they meet the guidelines there.
I know, it's pretty good. We've got to get you a taste, even if you're not drinking. We've got to get you at least a taste, a sip out of this. Not this one because it's not chilled, but it's pretty good for a sparkling. So that's not bad. All right. So have you done this before yourself? Been to different places and officiated?
Yes, I have worked for Guinness World Records for more than 10 years. So I have done, at this point, probably more than 1,000 record attempts.
What?
All over, all different types of things. Some like this, where it's most people doing something simultaneously, and then some for like the biggest grilled cheese sandwich, or all sorts of achievements.
Wow. And what's really interesting about that is there are stipulations for each one of those records. So
Everyone has guidelines. Yep.
ooh, I feel like I could. No, I can't. That's a big grilled cheese sandwich. That was big grilled cheese sandwich.
It was pretty big.
Because I've seen the biggest pizza, and it's like 20 foot around or something. I don't know. I'm just making that up. That's
Yep.
not the actual record, but it was big. It was that big. I mean, they had to do it outside.
Yes. Those are very challenging because you also have to build like a big oven to cook it. So lots that goes into that.
Even this one, yeah, exactly. You have to build the oven to cook the pizza. And this one here, you have to have enough room for 20, for 20. What am I saying, 20? You have to have enough room for, 500 plus people to saber their wine.
And a lot of sabers too.
Yeah,
Not everyone has a wine saber laying around.
So
but
technically, if somebody sabered theirs and handed it to the next person and they sabered it, you could get two in within the 10 seconds. Does that count, or does everybody have to have
It's for the
their
most
own?
people doing it simultaneously.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's counted by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
number
yeah.
of people rather than number of bottles.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. So again, there's a lot of stipulations. There's things that you have to abide by, rules that you have to abide by, like the 10-second rule.
Yep.
What else do we need to know about that?
Everyone has to stay in a contained area, which
Oh.
is one of the biggest challenges, just crowd control, keeping everyone in the same area, just so we have a completely accurate count. We're going to be counting people as they enter the area. There were a couple of rules. The Saber had to be at least 7 inches long, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, that is
yeah.
interesting. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
No mini sabers, I guess.
no mini sabers. Is there even a thing as far as mini sabers are concerned? I didn't realize that was a thing.
Not that I know of.
That's funny. What else? Are there other stipulations on this particular one? I love it. It's really no mini sabers. So
Yes. Really, a lot of it is just staying in the area, making sure that we have a super accurate count, both of the people entering the area and then also making sure that all of the bottles were correctly sabered in accordance with the guidelines at the end.
Right. Okay. That sounds pretty cool. Now they do have it staged and they have it roped off, so
Yes.
that works for the purposes of the world record.
Yep.
And what you can't see. There's a ton of people flying around. In that room. There's some volunteers getting instructions about what their duties are and how they're supposed to conduct their duties as far as, okay, if they're one of the people that says, sorry, you didn't get in the record, you took longer than 10 seconds.
Yep.
Then they have to flag them and
Yes.
or whatever it is that you do, but you can't count them. That's a lot of fun. But you can see the area where the sabering is going to happen in the background. And so you know what the problem with social media is not working right now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But anyway, we're still having fun, and it will go up. Will go up. And we'll probably do something along the lines. Hopefully, I can get it up online beforehand. All right, so we're sabering. We've got, and the talking about safety, those sabers are not sharp.
Okay.
Have you seen one yet?
I haven't seen them yet.
No, they're official sabers, but
Okay.
they're not like sharp.
Okay.
Like you can't.
That's a standard wine.
You
saber.
break a bone before you cut skin. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
They're very dull that way. So it's from a safety standpoint, I think
it.
that's helpful.
Yep.
Which is really also pretty nice. Trying to keep everybody safe in the process. But one of the beautiful parts of this, we were talking about it earlier, is that this is something that anybody can do. Anybody over 21, of course, 21 and over. But anybody can do it, and you can be a part of a world record. And then you can say, I was part of a world record,
Absolutely.
which is crazy.
Very cool world record.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah. So it's not one of those things where it's just so onerous to do, like having a 20-foot diameter pizza. I mean, you are solely purposed, and that's your life for like a year in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
But this, you could just show up at the winery.
That is a nice thing. I've
Right?
done one for most people solving Rubik's Cubes blindfolded. That one is one that people had to train for a long time to
Yes.
be able to do it. But
I have actually seen that.
oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen the record, but I've
Yeah.
seen people do it blindfolded,
Yeah.
and it's pretty amazing. I mean, they get to look at it first,
Mm-hmm.
and then they set it down, because once they pick it up, they've got to have it in the right position for when they pick it up, because they've memorized all the colors on all 6 sides.
Yeah.
And because once they're blindfolded, it's over. It's do or die at that point, right?
Yep.
And which I think is pretty cool. It's like playing chess blind. Kind of similar in a lot of ways. That you're just you're just moving pieces and making it work. Yeah, that would be kind of challenging, actually. Because you have memory. You have all right. Where is it going? Where's it going to be? And then to know when you're done. I'm done.
Yep.
And those guys are pretty good at it. I mean, I don't know, I saw it was like less than 2 minutes I saw. Well, actually, it was less than 1 minute that I saw somebody do.
When I went there, they had the full hour to do it, but the first person did it in like 30 seconds. It was amazing. They
Exactly.
were mostly kids.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. But you don't have to be, you know, a Rubik's Cube expert
Yep. This one's a
to
little
do this.
lower barrier to entry. I think they do have a station where you can practice if you haven't done it before.
Yeah. How do they do? That is interesting. I know they gave us a pamphlet when we walked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they gave us a
Yeah.
pamphlet on how to saber, which was kind of cool. It had 4 pictures. And so you could just read the instructions underneath each of the photos, and you could, that's how you saber. But, you know, realistically, it's not too bad. It's
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we'll have to get you to do it afterwards, because you'll go, ooh, this is actually kind of fun. You know, you can't afford to do it like for, you know, like every weekend or anything like that. But for a world record, why not?
Definitely.
That'd be totally fun. All right. So what else? Is there anything else that we would need to know about how things work, or, you know?
I think we covered most of the guidelines. Yeah, now it's just on them to follow all the guidelines and to get more than 487 people to achieve a new Guinness World Records title today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's staged. It's ready to go. So, and the weather is now cooperating, as we can see behind us. The weather is cooperating. I think we're going to be good to go. Well, I will say I wish you well on this. I hope it all turns out perfect. You know, so that we get a Guinness World Record out of this. That'll be a lot of fun. And you know, who knows? You know, maybe they'll do something else for another record at some point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was going to say I brought a couple other
Oh,
records.
yeah.
There's the largest bottle of champagne Sabered, which is interesting. I'm not sure how they did it, but it was 15 liters, 20 times larger than the regular size.
Okay.
And then I think we just have one general record for largest bottle of wine, which would include, you know, champagne and sparkling wine. And that is 3,094 liters, or 817 gallons of wine. So maybe they could do something like that, a giant bottle of sparkling wine.
A giant bottle of sparkling wine. I'm not sure all of the names of those. They have different sizes, so there's probably a name for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because a regular bottle is like 750 milliliters, and then
Okay.
a Magnum is like 1.5 milliliters.
This is
and they just
mega
keep,
Magnum.
Yeah, it's just keeps they keep going up, and you know, but nobody typically makes bottles that big, because, you know, 15 liters is an awful lot.
Making the bottle would be part of the challenge,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Yes, but best of luck to Bohemia Manor Farm Wines and all of the participants that are coming out today.
Thank you. All right, so thanks for joining us for another podcast. The Guinness World Book Record official adjudicator is here, and she's going to make sure that everything is done properly, and you know, make sure that she can put the check mark at the end. I know that these guys are working really hard to make sure that happens, but you have to sign off on it before it does. And so we all get that. It won't be official until it's official, if you will. So until then, first of all, you can still have time. It's going to happen in a few minutes. So if you live in the area, shoot out here to the winery. And the next thing you know, you'll be savoring your own bottle of wine. And until the next event that we're at, enjoy life, journey more often.
All right. Thank you.